According to Dr. Joseph Mercola, cinnamon is an insulin-like spice that can help decrease blood sugar and may stop diabetes in its tracks. Recent research shows that cinnamon may reduce A1C levels in diabetic patients while reducing blood pressure as well. Cinnamon also has an anti-cancer effect, along with gastroprotective, neuroprotective, and anti-inflammatory properties. Most of the cinnamon you find in the grocery store is not exactly the true cinnamon, but rather the Cinnamomum cassia species, otherwise known as Chinese cinnamon or cassia. Cinnamomum burman is from Sri Lanka and is known as the Ceylon cinnamon. Its name translates into true cinnamon, and it's considered to be a richer spice. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years, and they've been around that long because they work. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you like this video and give me a thumbs up and share with others. Give me a comment below. I love hearing from you. If you subscribe and click on the little notification bell, you'll be notified each week when I do these videos that help you understand a little bit about herbs and natural health. So as usual, I will leave a link in the description below where you can find a lot of links that where I got my research for today's class. The full article for Dr. Mercola will be on that description link. So basically, there are two types of cinnamon, and one is considered safer than the other one, in so much it has less of the chemical coumarin. Ceylon cinnamon is considered the true cinnamon and has less of this chemical than most cinnamon you find in the grocery store, which is known as cassia cinnamon and generally comes from China. So this is the spice, but usually when you use Ceylon cinnamon, you don't need as much. It's a much more potent cinnamon. Cassia cinnamon can contain up to 1% curcumin, while Ceylon typically contains only trace amounts, about 0.004%. So like I said, that article will be listed in the description below. According to Dr. Axe, coumarin is a chemical compound found in a variety of different plants. It has a fragrant, sweet odor and flavor and is often added to fragrances and cosmetics. It also is used as a precursor to anticoagulant medications like warfarin and Coumadin, which help promote blood circulation and prevent the formation of blood clots. And I will put that link to the full article by Dr. Axe in the description below as well. But basically, if you are taking medication like Coumadin, you're probably aware that you have to be very careful about particular vegetables that may increase the thinning of the blood, and that can be a huge concern. So if you're bruising easily, then you really need to talk to your doctor, and maybe she can reduce the dosage of Coumadin or whatever you're on. And if you look into these blood thinning herbs and special foods, you might even be able to keep that going and transist to not taking them, because there's a really lot of side effects to taking Coumadin, aside from the fact that you can't eat some healthy vegetables like broccoli. And if you're going in for surgery, they often recommend that you go off these blood thinning medications, because they don't want you to bleed to death. But also some of the herbs that we talked about in January, like ginkgo, we talked about garlic, even ginger, can all be somewhat blood thinning. And you add in omega-3 essential fatty acids, and you can do a good job of keeping your blood healthy. So I encourage you to go back and look at some of those videos. So when you have fibrinogen helps to helps a wound to heal. It's in the blood for clotting, and it's important for that aspect of normal clotting. However, if you have sticky blood from eating bad food, such as saturated fats, a lot of fried chicken, French fries, those type of things, it can contribute to this blood being sticky, and they will, these blood cells will stack, and that's called rouleau, and that enough stacking creates a clot. And so that's not healthy. It's really important for you to drink a lot of good water, for you to do a lot of fiber to help clear away those bad fats as you're eating them. So I take omega-3 essential fatty acids. I eat lots of vegetables. Walking is helpful for circulation as well as drinking the good water. And be mindful of your posture. Never sit on your legs where they're tucked in under your body, because that causes a lot of pressure. You can see right here where this knee fully bent like that for any length of time, you know yourself that you'll affect the circulation, that when you straighten that leg, you'll get like when your tissues in your mouth start to lose the numbness from a dental appointment, and you get that tingling sensation, and you may not even be able to walk on that foot because of the poor circulation you created by however long you had that leg bent. Position like with the knees and the feet underneath them is not good as well. So having a good posture while you're sitting, making sure that you maintain the curve in your back, not slouched over, is helpful. As when you're like sitting for a long period of time, like in an airplane, it's good to do some foot exercises to turn your feet, to rotate the feet. If you can't get up, the better thing to do, of course, is get up, move around, and stretch as much as you can to move the blood along the legs, and that it's really important for good circulation, for your brain to have good circulation. So it's just, make sure you get up and move. So cinnamon leaf essential oil and cinnamon balance are two really wonderful supplements for use with circulation. So you can use cinnamon leaf. You can actually diffuse it in aromatherapy and help yourself with that. Now, the cinnamon balance doesn't just have cinnamon in it. It has a lot of wonderful herbs in it that complement this cinnamon. It has, let me find that, fenugreek, nopal leaf, burdock, astragalus, and dandelion. So it's beneficial for the liver to help cleanse the blood, and it is beneficial for circulation as well. It has wonderful, nopal is well known for its use with balancing blood sugar. So it's one of my favorite supplements. I switch off. I use this and berberine. I switch off between the two. So cinnamon leaf essential oil can be used as an additive in soaps and a flavoring to seasonings when used in aromatherapy, diffused, applied topically, or added to your bath water. When you add it to bath water, the best thing to do is to either add it to the soap that you're making a bubble bath with, or if you're doing like an Epsom salt bath, is to take the Epsom salt and drop the cinnamon in it and mix it. If you just add it to the water, you know, water and oil don't mix well. And so having a catalyst to move it through the water is a really good idea. And soap helps to dissolve that. It doesn't change the beneficial effects of the oil, but it just helps it to emulsify better. There are a lot of shampoos that have cinnamon in it. It's supposed to help the scalp get healthier. If you remember the class that we talked about with ginger, there's a really good research out there about using yarrow, I think it is, yarrow for thickening the hair, and ginger and cinnamon. It's also used in a lot of toothpaste, mouthwash, and gum. You know, cinnamon is one of the second flavored gums along with peppermint. So those are very good, but some uses that you haven't thought of maybe are the fact that it can be used as a fruit and veggie wash. And there's been a study done in 2012 and published in the magazine Flavor and Fragrance, or the journal, applying an edible pectin film with cinnamon leaf oil not only reduced bacteria growth on fresh cut peaches, but also increased their antioxidant status. So that's a good thing. And a 2013 study also found that using cinnamon leaf oil as a vegetable wash may help eliminate salmonella from leafy greens. So putting it in the water and drenching the leafy greens and then rinsing it and spinning it is a really good way. You know, salmonella can be really rough on the body. So you want to make sure that you're washing your veggies really, really good. There was a scare with spinach a few years back, but romaine and spinach and iceberg, or any of the leaf lettuces do really, really well when you use something like cinnamon in the little. So a couple drops of soap, a couple drops of cinnamon, and a bunch of water, like a gallon of water, and just stretch it around. And always wash your veggies, even when the bag says triple washed. You don't know what it was washed with, and you don't want to be eating any bleach or anything that it might have been in contact with. You can use cinnamon leaf oil as an insect repellent. According to the Green Pesticides Handbook, cinnamon leaf oil has good anti-termitic, which is termite reducing or repelling properties, thanks mainly to its eugenol cinnamaldehyde and a terpeneol content. Wow. It can help ward off rice weevils, and I'll say that 5 times, making it efficient as a stored rice thing. So you can drop a couple of drops onto one of the wet to dry, they're called, packets. Just put a couple of drops of cinnamon on there and stick it in the rice that you're storing, and it will keep the weevils out and keep your rice fresher. So that's a really good thing. You can gargle it as a mouthwash, or use it for if you have a toothache. You can rub it on, sort of like clove oil, but it's less potent than clove oil because you're using the cinnamon leaf and not the cinnamon bark. You can, like I said, add it to shampoo, but the thing with adding it to shampoo, it can kill lice. Cinnamon leaf oil can help keep your hair healthy, and in children may help kill stubborn head lice. A 1996 study found that this essential oil is efficient in eliminating pediculus humanus, along with other oils like aniseed, nutmeg, and peppermint. So that's a good thing because the lice shampoos that you use that have the chemicals in it are pretty harsh. And if you're keeping it on the scalp for 15 to 20 minutes, you're putting a shower cap on to kill the lice. It's much better to do it with something like cinnamon that would be beneficial as well as helpful. So I hope that you are enjoying today's information. I'd like to know how you use cinnamon and if you use it as a flavoring agent. You know, when you use it in aromatherapy, you're sending that wonderful cinnamon smell out like cinnabon, but you're not gaining any calories by eating the cinnabon. So it's a wonderful herb. It's a very warm, spicy smell. And in the wintertime, it just is really, really good. And if you want to sell your home, they say the smell of cinnamon is encouraging to buyers. So you can make your home smell really good. I always encourage using aromatherapy rather than candles. Recently, a friend of mine left a candle lit and her home burnt, but it didn't burn down. But the smoke damage was awful, and she's not been able to be in her house for at least a month now. And it's so using aromatherapy is safer in that respect as well. Cinnamon leaf diffused in a kitchen is warm and welcoming. It's been used for over 5,000 years. It's one of the most mentioned oils in the Bible, and it was used for anointing the sick along with myrrh and frankincense. So cinnamon oil is a really good thing to use. There's also some research out there that shows belly fat reducing formula by warming 2 tablespoons of coconut oil in a double boiler until it melts, and then adding 10 drops of the cinnamon leaf oil and mixing that together. And then every night you take a little bit of that and you rub it on your belly, and something with the warmth of the cinnamon helps to burn belly fat. Sounds like a good idea. I think I'm going to try that one. So, but make sure you're sticking with the cinnamon leaf oil. And if you're interested in the cinnamon balance and cinnamon leaf oil, I'll leave a link where you can get a discount in the description below. So if you need specific help, I would encourage you to email me at drmary@bornforhealth.com. I encourage you to visit my website, bornforhealth.com, and you'll see under Herb Encyclopedia all kinds of herbs. Over 500 herbs are listed, and you can get some wonderful information from that. So get control of your health by focusing on herbs and healthy eating. Make this the best winter ever by incorporating these healthy techniques. And be sure you share these videos with your friends and your family. And don't forget to email me if you have any questions. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to comment below, give me a thumbs up and share the video. So thank you for viewing. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the Health of It. And make this a great, great day.